What's going on, Mason and Michelle? The powerhouse duo, brother and sister team, right?
There we are. Yep. You got me in Washington and Michelle in California. We got Daniel in Texas.
Yeah. Well, I mean, tell us about yourself, Mason. Tell us about yourself, Michelle.
All right, I'll start 15 years in residential real estate in Seattle, Washington. I came across eXp because after 15 years in a mom and pop brokerage, I was like, there's got to be something more here. And I went looking, interviewed with some of the local brokerages, from 100% commission offices to, the Keller Williams, REMAXs. And when I stumbled upon eXp, I was hesitant at first, but when I saw the presentation, I couldn't get it out of my head. So, and I had to share it with my sister, Michelle. And
sharing is caring, right?
Yeah. And so here we are.
That's great. Well, I met your sister at eXp Con.
That's
I
right.
think it was like a speed networking event or something, right?
Yeah, like it was awesome because eXp Con was our first corporate event that Mason and I attended, because Mason and I just joined eXp last year around February. And when, we couldn't make the shareholder summit, we're like, we've got to make this eXp Con, because if we're really serious about this company, this opportunity, we really got to meet the leaders, meet the other top agents, and just get to know all the resources. And I was so grateful that when I remember the opening session, and it was really well done. Like, they had the lights, the dancers, very Las Vegas, but very professional. And then they had all the different countries, like ambassadors, coming out holding the flags. And when I saw the China flag go by, I was like, oh my gosh, we got to talk to that broker, the Hong Kong broker. And it was in my mind that I wanted to try to find, you. And after, was it the second or third day of the conference, it was just so amazing to see you at that event. I'm like, that must be the guy. I don't even know your name.
That's that flag boy.
Yeah.
the flag bearer. And then just to find out your background, in your commercial background, your family business, your syndications, and just how, you ran so professional, and that you saw the vision with eXp. So that gave me even more confidence in eXp. And the fact that from that meeting in December, we've been able to collaborate, and you helped me talk to a good friend of mine who owns a broker. He has 55 agents and 10 loan officers in the Bay Area, and people have brought up eXp to him a long time, but he never really took a close look. But because of you, and my relationship with him, he really opened up his eyes, and so now he's taking a closer look at it. And the collaboration has just been awesome, because my brother is in Seattle, I'm here in California, and I've had my license now probably for just as long, but it was more for referrals and to be an investor, because my husband and I were your classic corporate people. We met in investment banking and at Bank of America. He ended up becoming a lawyer, so now he's a general counsel at a publicly traded real estate investment trust company in the medical use marijuana company. But we just want to get out of the rat race. We don't want the people always and the hours. And so, and we also have young kids just like Mason, and we want to have more time freedom. And so we've been, focused on real estate. So we own probably, I think I was counting 38 units, half of which we self-manage. The others are in Arizona, Texas, and Kansas. And when Mason brought eXp for my husband to look at, because my husband is a lawyer, so Mason asked him, can you look at the equity plan? Does this look legitimate? And then I was looking at the opportunity. I was like, wow, this looks really cool. And we could work together and collaborate, and then help other agents be successful, because I was not into sales. So I love the people side. And so when he took a closer look, I was like, I think I should move my license here and then we can work together. And now what I'm so proud of is for Mason, like, because he's been a managing broker at his mom and pop brokerage now for the 15 years. So he was, onboarding, wearing multiple hats and doing sales. And what was amazing was that last year before eXp, he was doing about 10 to 15 transactions a year, plus doing his, salaried responsibilities with his brokerage. And after he just got the announcement a couple days ago that he iconed, and so
Awesome.
that's like, how many transactions you had to do, Mason, to get there?
I did a total of 30 last year.
So he doubled his production, and now it's awesome to hear his new goals for this year, where he's shifting to then how can I help more agents accomplish and be more productive and build a team. So I'm excited that we get to collaborate with you, Daniel, and share with people the opportunity, and also open them up to even the commercial side, how residential agents and commercial agents can work together.
Yeah. I mean, I joined eXp Commercial about a year ago when James Huang, the eXp Commercial president, was hired to run a new company with eXp World Holdings. So, eXp Commercial, eXp Realty, they're separate companies, but we collaborate together. And what's nice is I can see attest to the growth that our team has grown, getting closer to 80 plus, and just continue to, meet with people. I have a team in Houston, Austin, San Antonio, Vegas, also in California, San Francisco now, Florida, New York, Atlanta. So it's kind of neat how plugging into this platform has allowed me to grow exponentially throughout other states. And, I'm working on a team member future in Hong Kong. And today I just saw the announcement that we're going to Dominican Republic, New Zealand, and Greece. So my cousin called me the other day. He said, hey, I'm getting married. We're going to have a destination wedding in New Zealand the year end. So it's perfect timing. I was like, perfect. I go to your wedding, and I can go expense my trip.
Yes.
So, we're in Australia too. So I'll probably have to fly to Australia to hop onto New Zealand. So, it's great how this company and, how the founder, and, we'll go over the slide, like Glenn Sanford, how he had a vision. And now after, 10 plus years, that vision is really seeing the fruit of the whole team's hard labor, and all the agents that have, trusted the vision to join, and it's not late. We're not late in the game. We're just at the beginning of the growth, because we're, when we were at EXPCon, the goal for EXP is to be 1 million agents in 100 countries in the next, it was 10 years. Now it's, next 9 years now. So we're going to get there because of how this platform allows us to work and collaborate. And, we'll go over the slides for our guests that's listening in. And so give me 1 second.
Yeah, totally, Daniel. I've been in communication with so many agents these last few days. No one's even heard of eXp.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people who have heard tidbits about eXp or a portion of it, but they don't understand the business model. So, today we're going to kind of go to a high level of the business model. And, we really have to give props to our founder, Glenn Sanford, who started this company, which is called eXp. And, the company owns other businesses now. So at that time, I think his vision was like, how can he eliminate the hard costs of, operations of a brokerage, right? If you have a national brokerage, how do you cut those costs? And, he developed this metaverse for real estate brokerages. And that's what we operate in this Verbella metaverse. So, if we look at the timeline, it was founded in.
All right.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah. It was founded in 2009. And, if we look at the timeline in 2018, they went public in NASDAQ. And that was a huge accomplishment, it took them almost, 10 years to get, onto NASDAQ and open in all 50 states. And if you look at 2019, they had only 25,000 agents. Today, we are over 71,000 agents. And that's a big accomplishment, not to Glenn Sanford. It's to all the agents that have joined that also is building their dreams, building their teams, and just continue to grow, But, kudos to our founder, Glenn Sanford. Michelle, you want to talk about, the eXp core values?
Yes, and I just wanted to add to just like the company itself. What is it valued at today? The market cap, is it still around 5-6 billion?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, like how much it's grown, and it's a debt-free company, because it's cloud-based, and so it's really successful. And I love how Glenn has been really intelligent about buying other technology companies and Success Magazine to build the value and to support us agents. And that's what I love about some of the core values of eXp. And I think my favorite is really the collaboration in this company, because of the platform, of the tools, the technology. He's really been able to use technology as a way to bring agents more closer together so that we could have more support from the corporate staff, the brokers, and also collaborating with other agents nationwide and internationally because of the tools, and also because of the compensation plan. It's just designed so that agents really want to help each other. Whereas before, even my brother would say, like, why would I talk to another agent and give them my secrets, and they're just going to come into my territory, right? But here it's like you really want to open your books. And I love, like, in our network, it's about transparency training. And so I think that's a awesome part of being a part of this company.
That's great.
And we have fun. I think that's like the real difference too, because for someone like myself, I'm at a place where I want to do things that have purpose and have fun.
That's
and
right.
So that's why I felt like this path was.
Well, it's not always about work, right? Us as brokers and agents, we work hard, for our clients. We deal with a lot of fire all the time, but we also have to enjoy what we do and, enjoy the network that we're building and our friends that we meet in this company, like you guys, right? If it wasn't for this company, I don't know how we would have met. So
I don't know how we would have met and worked together like this. It's amazing.
So, earlier I mentioned, the innovation of, the brick and mortar. If you look at companies that have brick and mortar and the companies that are cloud-based, the tremendous growth, right? I'm not saying that brick and mortar is not needed for anything, any type of business, but for the traditional real estate brokerages, we've always had brick and mortar. There was nothing cloud-based, and to go cloud-based was not easy either, right? It took Glenn and, the eXp family to really get to where they are today because of the agents believing and growing. But now, during the pandemic, nobody was going to the offices, right? So you imagine all the rents that had to go to paying all these offices around the country. I look at 1,000 brokerages, paying $6,000 in month rent, and if you multiply that by 12 months, that's almost $72 million. Who's paying for that rent? Agents are paying for that. So with eliminating that, eXp is able to pass on the cost savings into a program that we'll share in a minute, but that's how this model works. So, I've had two franchises before, so I understand what a typical franchise looks like from a Realogy franchise I used to have, and also Sperry Commercial, which is a commercial franchise I had as well with my other partners. And we were locally confined, right? If I had to open another office in another city, I would have to pay another franchise fee for that territory or for that area. And with eXp, I don't have to. I can open markets in anywhere eXp is located, not just in the US as well. And there's no incentive to grow. Like for my agents, I couldn't give them equity. I could not give them stocks in my company. I couldn't make them a partner, So with this model with EXP, we have a powerful equity opportunity called revenue share, and we also have a stock equity program that we'll share about. And think about training, right? As a broker owner, as an independent, even as a franchise, I would have to train and be consistent on training or hire trainers. With the cloud campus environment, agents can come work anywhere, get the training they need, and there's always real-time support because, we have, I believe, over 1,000 staff members serving the agents now in EXP, and, of course, the live training, we have over 50 plus hours, and it's growing to more than that because we have commercial training now. Since we've added more commercial brokers into eXp Commercial, we're also giving back in that. And the international collaboration, we'll talk about that too as we continue to grow other markets. So Mason.
Yeah. This is the part that really got to me. So the agent-centric value proposition. eXp provided just so much more value that every other company I interviewed with, I just couldn't compare. So compensation was a huge part, because the company is very focused on helping agents. It's so agent centric in the sense that everything they plan is focused around what is going to help build an agent's business. How is it going to, benefit our agents and their lives? And so compensation with no franchise fees and the 80-20 split that every agent comes on board as with an 80-20 split, a $16,000 cap, it's not the cheapest and it's not the most expensive, but everything all together combined just makes it just night and day different from everybody else. And some of those things that make it so much different, the revenue share, the equity awards, to have being in business and knowing that to have retention in a company, equity plays a big part because now all agents in eXp, we're all shareholders, we're all equity owners and partners with each other and in the company. So we all have an incentive to make sure that the company is doing well. And in the community, the collaboration that we have together, that again, what brought us together was just going to an event that allowed us to interact with other agents all across the nation and in all the different international countries that we're in as well. And then having it cloud-based allows us to have just to be able to work anywhere now. It allowed me to think bigger. I don't have to think just neighborhood, citywide. I can think now regional, beyond state lines.
Yeah, like Mason, I think like your referral business has grown. Your referral income from referrals has grown because it's eXp's gotten you to think across other state lines. So, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. If I had clients that were talking about, real estate in other states, I was like, well, I can't really help them in this situation. But now I really have an incentive because it's not just beneficial to make it a win-win situation for them. I can find agents within our own network, and also just agents who want to start in real estate. This really gives a platform for all agents to be owners of their own business.
That's great. Yeah. Yeah. So as we move on, you mentioned, the $16,000 cap. It's not the cheapest, but it's not the most expensive. It's that kind of average in our marketplace. But what's nice about this platform is there's a value proposition to this comp plan, and we'll explain that in how revenue share works. So if you look at an 80-20 split, that's 80,000 in GCI. I think that's pretty reasonable. I think in this market in the US, that's a great comp plan. On the commercial side, we're also on the 80-20 split, but our cap is at 20,000, so just 4,000 more. And, we have different tools, and, our operation cost is higher because we're just started about a year ago. And, on the monthly side, that for eXp Realty agents, your monthly is only $85 a month. And that covers a lot of things. And, we'll go over KV Core and Sky Slope and the live training and the Regis office and things like that. But I wanted to get into that cascading revenue share that eXp gives us the opportunity to have. Is, we can build teams around the country and around the globe with this revenue share plan that they offer. Basically, when you're looking at this percentage onto your tier one, agents that you introduce and attract to the company, you get a 3.5% of their adjusted gross commission income. So if an agent caps out at 80,000 in GCI, 3.5% is $2,800. So when we're looking at that, like, well, if I find 6 capping agents, that's 16,800 for my revenue share just on my level 1, on my tier 1. So that's how, when people are looking at this model, like how they can be financially free in this model if they want to grow that opportunity. It's not mandatory, but it's just the opportunity that we're able to grow that way. And, earlier I mentioned, because we don't have that brick and mortar, we don't have that hard cost, eXp is able to provide the value and the opportunity through this revenue share program that they have. So,
Yeah.
Can I add, Daniel, that what's unique is that the revenue share isn't coming from your compensate, the agent compensate, it's coming from the company dollar.
Correct.
And yeah, half of it. And I heard about the 50-50 initiative where Glenn Sanford put in that 50% of eXp's revenue will go to the agents. And so that's so amazing. So if this company goes to a $10 billion in revenue, then half of it will be spread out amongst the agents that help, refer agents to the company and help agents become successful with eXp. And I want to emphasize that when you said 6 capping agents, that's $16,800 a year is every year. As long as they're with eXp and they're producing and happy, then that's residual income. And as an investor, we know how hard it is to acquire properties, manage properties, maintain them, to get that residual income. And here, they give you that opportunity, just like a broker owner does, with no liability, no risk. Everyone's, like Mason said, you're your own boss. You have the opportunity to create your own business here.
Correct.
That can help you retire and build wealth.
I do need to add that even this revenue, as you build your business, this is a business and it's also willable. That's an important part, because I think we're all doing this for our families, and to be able to pass this on is great.
I agree. A lot of agents don't understand that, the revenue share is willable, and that's the powerful statement right there, that whatever they're building right now in eXp, this can be passed down to the next generation. And, because it is basically a referral fee, basically by transactions, the 20% that goes into the eXp, Michelle mentioned, it's half of that goes back into the revenue share opportunities. So this is a great program. We see that it works because we're hitting we're over 71,000 agents, and revenue is on transaction, right? We're not selling vitamin water. We're not selling a product. We're just doing real estate deals. That's all we're doing. So, all right. So if you want more details, we can go over it more in the future. And, the equity opportunities, earlier we had revenue share, which revenue share is cash. Every month, we get cash in our bank accounts. With equity opportunities, we get stocks, we get shares in the company. And, when you do your first transaction in eXp, you get $200 worth of shares. That automatically makes you a shareholder in the company. When you cap in the company, you get $400 worth of shares, and when you introduce friends or people that, that are in real estate, and they come in through you and they do their first deal, you also get $400 worth of shares, and, that's the equity plan that, that we all have the same opportunity. And Mason, we're honored to have you here because you're our icon agent. And I want you to talk about the Icon Agent Award and the Agent Equity Program that eXp offers.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised to get that email that I've qualified. And this was a goal that I set out for myself when I joined eXp, and that was to achieve this Icon Agent Award. What that meant was, I doubled my production from the previous year when I was with a previous firm, and what happens is once you cap your $16,000 once you've reached your $16,000 cap, you need to have another 20 transactions on top of that. And then from that point, then you've met the production requirements. Then there's other requirements to obtain the full 16,000, some cultural requirements. So the idea is that eXp wants icon agents to give back and share and collaborate. And this is what's been great, because icon agents, as part of our cultural agreements, is to kind of share what we know. How did we get to become an icon agent? Well, we're going to collaborate and provide that information to the rest of the company, to any agents that want to know about it. Then we're here to help. And so that's been exciting, because I've been able to learn from other icon agents in the company, and that has helped me reach my icon status. So it'll be great to give back. And having the agent equity program, I started this. It was very exciting for me when I first joined eXp, was that I could set aside 5% of my commission to be purchasing eXp stock at a 10% discount. Well, that's huge, because I came from a company that I had no equity in. So I spent 15 years of my life pouring in time, energy into a company that in the end I left with nothing. And here I get to be part owner, and that's awesome for me. And as a stock investor, then it's great. I've had friends that have encouraged me, keep doing what you're doing, Mason, because I'm a shareholder in eXp stock, and you do good, then I'm gonna do good too. So
that's good. That's right. That's what I'm saying, Mason. Keep on iconing. We need more people like you. That's good. And because we're big independent corporate company, we are able to have a great program for agents. And Mason, I know you looked into this a little bit. Why don't you kind of share the process and how?
Yeah, this was a great aspect too for when I learned about eXp, was that to have the agent healthcare. Coming as agents, we're all 1099. We're all independent contractors. So usually, if we're lucky, we have a spouse that's working a W-2 job and has the ability to incorporate the whole family onto their healthcare plan. But like myself, I'm not. So as a sole earner, the agent healthcare was a key aspect of knowing that, I can get healthcare through eXp. And it was a very easy process to learn about the healthcare program, because you can immediately get onto someone's calendar and do a live, a virtual call, share your information. And I was able to get in-depth benefit plans that eXp is able to offer, and do that comparison with what I'm able to get through state plans. And it's still it's cheaper, and the benefits still outweigh anything that I've found so far. So this is a great resource and a great benefit for any agents, joining eXp. So we can talk more about this, just by contacting us about it as well.
That's great. Yep. So the world, what do you think about this virtual world that we have? Can work anywhere.
Oh, it's amazing. So this part, it took some time to get used to. But going into the office on a daily basis.
What, you're saying you're not a gamer?
Back in the days of Super Mario Brothers, this
right.
this type of gaming nowadays, it's a little bit too fast for me.
Yeah. But it works. This virtual Verbella platform works.
I don't miss anything about actually going into the office. Maybe outside of just seeing people in the office, but there's nothing that I need to do business-wise in the office that I can't do in eXp's virtual world. It's been great. Just when I've had commission questions or anything about accounting, I could just go in the world and just talk to somebody live. And it's just like it's in person. The funny and great thing is when we went to Vegas for eXpCon, Michelle and I were out one of the evenings at just talking at the bar, and there was an eXp staff member from our Washington office that recognized me. and she's only seen me as a bald-headed avatar in eXp world, but she recognized me in flesh and blood, and it was pretty amazing that, wow, this is pretty cool. She's only seen me in a virtual world, but she recognized me.
It was pretty weird because when I went to an event and I met the staff, and hearing their voice every day, and getting our eXp commercial off the ground, and then finally meeting them, it was just really weird seeing a real face. But it's I can understand what you're saying. So.
Yeah. So working anywhere the company's really allowed that.
Yep. Oops. Yeah. So, we have a lot of tools that this platform offers. We have a back office called eXp Enterprise. We have a transaction management system that we use a third party company called SkySlope. And, we have a community platform. I think, Michelle, you want to talk about the workplace?
Yes. So Workplace is our internal communication platform. So it's run by Facebook. And I found out that eXp is Facebook's largest corporate business client because of 71,000 agents. And it's amazing because it's like I can just hop on and I can find any corporate staff, any agent, and reach out to them through a workplace chat, or be a part of certain groups where I want to learn more about how to use KV Core to build my contact relationship management, or I want to look for a referral, or I want to have a commercial question or a contract question. I can just post that question, and it's amazing the feedback that you'll get and the support. So maybe you're working from home or you're this lone agent, but when you get into this network, and actually that my broker friend, she said they figured out eXp how to connect all these pieces. Oh, actually Daniel said that too, between commercial and residential, eXp has figured out how to use technology efficiently and effectively to combine and help everyone collaborate and work together.
Yeah, I mean, I love how the ecosystem of workplace works, and how our company is able to connect with everyone. I know we have a CRM and lead gen system on the residential side called KV Core. Do you guys want to kind of elaborate what KV Core is, or?
Yeah, KV Core is a robust system for customer relation management system, and it's got everything from automations, from landing pages, squeeze pages. And it's just a great way to have your database be able to keep in contact with your database.
Yeah.
And it's great.
And I found out that agents not with eXp pay about $600 a month to have access to KV Core. And here it's just part of that $85 technology fee. And, having access to the other agents and trainers on how to really take advantage of it, so that you can generate free leads using your Facebook and just, spending, half hour a week if you want to get through the training and learn how to take advantage of it. So it's a really amazing, it's like a Ferrari. So you have to spend some time to learn how to use it, but you can totally customize it. And it's got like artificial intelligence to really connect to your database and help you get more leads.
Well, that's great. Yeah. On the commercial side, we use Build Out Elite, which has a CRM platform as well. And also we have Agent Hub that we just added onto our platform as well for a lead gen system. So, both companies have different tools to help us as agents continue to perform and, connect with our clients and making sure that we follow up and, get deals closed. Another thing about live training, we have over 50 hours plus hours of live training weekly, and that's a powerful statement. I don't know what brokerage or independent brokerage has 50 plus hours of live training, and that's something you have to experience, and what's nice is we can always send guest pass to our realtor friends if they want to experience the virtual world and get into these classes to kind of experience how that looks like. So
I came from an office that didn't even have the trainings came from either the escrow or title companies. And
weren't you the managing broker? Weren't you supposed to be training Mason?
Maybe I wasn't doing my job, but yeah, it wasn't anything like what it is here. I recently just took a live course from an icon agent that was teaching from Alaska on finding, creating your client avatar. Now that was an amazing, experience to learn from somebody that is from another state that's being successful. So
yeah. So when, we're looking at this slide where, we have flags all over the world, and, this is a older slide where we're actually in 18 countries now, but today they announced 3 more countries, which, we're really excited at having Dominican Republic, Greece, and New Zealand make it on the map soon. So they're going to be announcing that and opening opening those locations, throughout the globe. So it's great to kind of see the expansion of eXp in the global markets and, really connecting with other agents to, do business with. And if you're looking at this chart, you can see the phenomenal growth of the company, how agents are growing and, the revenue of the company is getting in 2020. You can see how the growth in 2021 continue to grow. And, I'm waiting for the new chart for the end of 2021. We'll get that report soon. So, yeah, this is kind of the end of our show. And we just wanted to introduce ourselves, the team, and, just the friendship that we've made through eXp and, eXp at the eXp Con. But Michelle, Mason, you guys have any last minute words for our show today?
Well, I'm just really excited. It's a pleasure being able to have met you, Daniel, and I look forward to our next meetings together. It's most likely going to be in Shareholder Summit in June, and
in Orlando, right? We're going to be somewhere warm.
Somewhere warm, yes. So. Yeah.
And I just want to encourage everyone to just take a closer look at eXp, even if you had heard about it, heard bad things about it, or experienced it. Like, take a closer look, because it is a rocket ship, and you just know this company's going places. Because, like Mason said, he had friends telling him about eXp because they just look at it as a stock investment opportunity. And so take a closer look, because like Daniel said, we're just at the beginning, because I'm actually really glad we weren't in the early phases where there was a lot of growing pains, but those agents that stuck it out and kept growing their business, man, their stock is worth a lot, and so, that's why I just encourage you to take a closer look, because there's a big value proposition, and you can take advantage of any piece that you want, and it's just still your own business. So it's awesome because you could build a business with your friends, but you don't owe anyone anything, and it's just about what you want, and then going out there and just building and working with the people that are like-minded to help other people be successful, and then you become successful, even more successful because of that. So thank you, Daniel, for
thank you.
organizing this.
No problem. Thank you. I'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.